Welcome to BooTube Chronicles, where we dive into the stories you wish weren't real. Deep in Raven's Hollow, they tell of a light that appears on stormy nights, a ghostly lantern drifting through the trees. They call it the Lantern Man, and those who follow the glow are never seen again. The legend began with Edgar Finch, a gravedigger turned grave robber. Edgar had no respect for the dead. By lantern light, he'd dig up fresh graves, stealing rings, coins, and trinkets. One stormy night, Edgar unearthed a coffin and found a golden locket clutched in a corpse's withered hand. As lightning illuminated the cemetery, Edgar swore the corpse moved. Its bony fingers tightened around the locket, and its empty sockets seemed to stare at him. But greed drowned out his fear. He ripped the locket free and ran, leaving his lantern behind. The storm raged as Edgar fled. On a slippery riverbank, he slipped and fell into the rushing current. The next morning, his body was found snagged in the roots of an old tree, his face frozen in terror. The locket was gone. Not long after, strange lights began appearing near the cemetery. A lantern would drift through the woods, luring the curious into the darkness. Those who followed would vanish, their final screams swallowed by the night. Survivors, if you can call them that, spoke of a figure with hollow eyes and a ghoulish grin leading them into the abyss. One autumn night, a group of campers decided to test the legend. They entered the forest, armed with flashlights and laughter. But their bravado quickly faded when a pale light appeared among the trees. Probably just someone messing with us, one whispered, though their voice trembled. As the light moved, it revealed a gaunt figure clutching a rusted lantern. His sockets were empty voids, and his grin stretched impossibly wide. The campers froze, but the lantern man raised a bony hand, beckoning them forward. Their flashlights flickered and died. The air turned cold, and the forest seemed to close in around them. One by one, the campers disappeared into the shadows, their screams lost in the wind. The next morning, searchers found no sign of them, just muddy footprints leading into the woods, and an old, rusted lantern lying in the clearing. If you ever see a light in Raven's Hollow, turn away, because once the lantern man beckons, there's no turning back.